Hey everybody, it's your man the Baron coming to you with a Q&A. I know I had it posted up here for a while that it's supposed to be a Q&A, and I finally got the time to do it. So tonight I'm going to be answering some of you guys' questions. I don't know what questions the lovely Vanna Black back here, Black Witch Yaya, you know it. I don't know which one she's going to ask, so it's off the cuff. I haven't even seen the post. Wearing my green Latin ring right now. I love this damn ring. I finally lost enough weight, everybody, to put it on, so willpower. All right, so with that being said, I'm gonna let Jazz ask the question and I'm gonna answer them. I'm scared. I think I need to put some Florida water on my hands and my ass. Ooh, look at my little Florida water bottle. It looks so cute. I'll put a little bit on my. Just so I can stay sanctified, because I don't know what y'all gonna ask, man. I just don't know. All right, I'm ready.
All right. Question number one.
Question number one.
How do you trust when Spirit is requesting you to elevate your life with a sacrifice, no human or animal, that seems impossible to do?
How do I trust that Spirit is asking myself or the person?
Basically, when the Spirit is asking you to make a sacrifice, how do you basically trust the Spirit with that sacrifice that everything's gonna work out?
See, I love this question.
Oh, and that is from True Bronze Goddess.
All right, True Bronze Goddess. Let me help you out, because I kind of know what's going on with you, cognitive, and also, by the way, we from your last reading, so I know what's going on a little bit. But to answer your question, if your soul, your spirit says it's time for an offering, a sacrifice or something, let's not call it a sacrifice. Let's get away from that word. That's a poisonous word in our magical dictionary or some occult practice. Let's get away from the word sacrifice and let's call it an offering. So if a spirit is asking you for an offering, that means the Spirit is accepting your request. You ask the Spirit for something, that Spirit is saying, this is what I need to make sure it happens. They wouldn't ask for that if they wouldn't have known that they need to be paid in order to do it. That's how you trust them, because not everybody wake up in the morning and say, hey, I'm gonna go over here and give a chicken as an Igbo to somebody. They don't do that. But if you got an issue, you want it solved, then the Spirit say, okay, this is what you gotta pay me and I'll do it. That's how you trust. Trust in the fact that you would have never got that idea to take something out, to cut a fruit off a tree and give it to somebody to go somewhere, unless Spirit implanted it and it's entrusted to be authentic.
Next question is from Suki Chikon.
Suki Chikon.
It says, do I need to put a warrior to sleep if he's not working for me, or do I keep feeding it?
Oh man, listen. This is very good. So if your warriors are not performing as you feel they should, you never put them to sleep. You have to change the way you pray to them. You don't give these humble ass prayers to your warrior, to your deity, to your God. You give a demand. This is where it's going on. People say, oh, I command you to do this. No. You don't command them. You demand. This is what you're supposed to do. You got it? It's in the verbiage. So, and I need to do a class on how to speak to a deity, whether it's an Orisha, a guardian angel, whatever, Anunnaki, spirit, don't matter, ascended master, it doesn't matter. It's the way you talk. So if your warrior is not performing the way you should, then maybe you should demand him a certain way. Also, if you're feeding it constantly and it's not doing nothing, that's on you. Because that means your prayer, your petition ain't strong enough. You ain't generating enough heat. You ain't generating enough fucking behind it. When I tell mine, hey, this is what you said you're going to do for me. And if I'm feeding you, this is what I demand you to do. I demand you to get out there and bring me this, and this. I demand you to get out there and do this, and this. If you can't do it, then I don't feed you no more. But you never put them to sleep. You just starve him out. All right?
Next question, very interesting. It's from Uppity Unicorn.
Okay.
She wants to know, tell us how to be a Pumagira.
Listen, Uppity, if you want to be a Pumagiri, that's rough, man. I'm kind of stumped on this one because I don't deal with Pumagiri like that because I know the destruction she could bring. Pumagiri could bring destruction down on anybody. She could give women confidence and all that stuff there, but 9 times out of 10, she is the vengeful soul of the. She's the vengeful spirit of angry women. She's just nothing to be played with. I'm gonna back off of that question simply because I don't know enough about Pumagiri other than the fact that I don't deal with her if I don't have to. And some tribes in Brazil refuse to even acknowledge her because once she get in, she sinks down to dementia. And if you don't do it right, she'll drive you crazy. She'll send you to prison. She'll make you do stuff to men and or whoever you feel you love. And she'll make you just not be yourself, not be your authentic self. So my advice, I would just back up from her.
Next question is from Miss Yummy Yum. She asks, where do I get started? I feel like spirits are constantly trying to give me a message. How do I communicate with them?
You know what? The easiest way to communicate with a spirit, and this is for everybody, the easiest way to do it, get you a blue candle. Get you some lapis lazuli, get you some citrine, and get you amethyst. Citrine, lapis lazuli, amethyst, and a blue candle, a glass of salt water mixed very well, and you sit it by your bed and you pray that you want clarity, peace of mind, and watch what happens. Clarity and peace of mind, it happens. That's how you communicate if you're getting started. You ask and you try to look up and call that spirit by name that you want. Don't just say any spirit come, because you'll get a third world Kandaharian princess who never had a decent meal in her life, and she come and she'll be begging you for your energy and offering just cause. Spirits do that. So just be definite in who you're calling on, and put that beside your bed while you sleep or in the room while you sleep. Just make it known where you can wake up and see it, go to sleep looking at it.
Next question is from Soulflowers_soul. She asks, how do you take care of your outdoor altar for Eshu in the winter? And can I give him water?
Listen, Eshu loves water. Let me tell you why he loves water. Because it's the desert. He is over the earth. And when it rains, it cools the earth. So he loves it. Now, me personally, I take my Eshu, and once every 3 to 4 months, I'll take him the clothes that I got him wrapped up in. I clean him, brush him off, wire him off, because he's metal. I clean him off, decorate him, adorn him, and all that stuff. Put my oils and stuff on him, and I sit him back in that same spot with fruit and offering. But now, if it's the winter time, what you can do, you could give him things that don't freeze. Now, one thing you got to know about Eshu, he likes toys. So in the wintertime, instead of you putting fruit out there to freeze and rot and all that stuff because he can't enjoy it, you give him some toys. Give him some toys, you go out there and you pour fresh water on top of him. Don't just sit it by him, you pour. It's like you really got to feed him. If you're going to take care of him, you're going to take care of him. Like a plant, like a seed. You pour water on it, you adorn him, you go out there, you talk to him. Hell, even if you want to just sit up there and say some kind of wow to him, and you give him a little nice toy, give him some company, piece of candy, something like that. But yeah, just pour fresh water on him every now and then and thank him and just talk to him like a conversation, because it's cold. He tucked in, so keep him comfortable. All right.
Next question is from Sukrila Bahama. She asks, every few months I will dream of either Santa Muerte, Anubis, or Baz, and then I find myself escorting people through airports in my dreams, sometimes children. What does this mean? Also, I have a ringing in my ear. I can hear it change around places or people. It never stops.
All right. Now, I'm so glad you asked this one right here, because I'm going to tell you a story. Back in 2008, when I first tapped in, and I had a dream. I had a dream that everybody was wearing gray. Everybody was working at this airport or this transport station. Everybody was wearing gray. I was wearing burgundy. So it was this, I was living in this house, and it was this very tall lady that had a cane. Everybody described this lady to me. She had died. Her family had moved away, and we had lived in the house the way she came back. The house had some kind of paranormal activity, but nothing so heavy that it would spook you. So one day I went to sleep. I was meditating real hard. I went to sleep, and I found myself escorting this lady through an airport. Same dreams that you're having. And I go into one section, and I can't see everybody because everybody is moving too fast. But I know they wearing gray, they black, they white, they Asian, they all creeds. And I take her to the counter, and I drop her off. I hand her off to somebody. The somebody then calls somebody else to come take her, and they take her somewhere where else she needs to go, and they walk her away. They take me and they lead me to, they open the door and they lead me to a room where everything stopped. And nobody in there. Is just like a big giant room here, a hallway like a waiting room, and then over here the same style room. And they lead me to it, bam, I'm right there in the middle. I can smell, I can hear, I can see everything clear. And then another person, this is how I know all of them were wearing gray. Another person comes down and he says, you need to go this way. And he points and he ushers me to go through this way. He opens the door and he walks me out the door. And I'm like, where am I? He said, you'll be back in your bed soon, and thank you for crossing her over, helping her cross over to us. You're blessed. And he done something like this to me. I woke up. I told the neighbors about what happened. I told them about the tall lady who passed away, who had a cane. They say, yeah, she was really tall. You should have never known that. These people haven't lived in this house in 15 years. So the dreams you're having is that you're crossing people over. You are a conduit to get people to cross over to the cross. You're crossing them over. You're literally, they find your energy. You can tap into the spiritual world, and your job right now is to learn how to walk lost souls and cross them over. It is what it is. Now, the ringing in your ear, that's a whole nother story entirely. So let me tell you something. Archangels, the only way they can communicate to us really outside of our dreams in the real life is they have to ride on radio waves, ionic waves, stuff like that. And that translates to that sound in your ear, very low tone. If you can't hear them talk, but you can hear them by that you've been sitting down watching TV and all of a sudden you get that beep, then you look around, something that happened, damn, then something got your attention that could have saved your life, or made your life better. So the ringing in your ear is nothing but your archangel, guardian angel, protectors around you trying to get your attention. Next time you hear that ringing, have you a pen and pad, have you something around, you take memory, you type it, text it to yourself, and you say, this is what I see over here, this is what I see over here, and then relay it back when you see it again and think about it, actually dream about it. That's just your guardian angel or an archangel trying to get your attention.
Next question. You kind of already answered this, but Deborah 1063, she has a good second part. It says, how do I communicate with my ancestors and my spiritual guide, and how do I know when they are trying to send me a message?
Now, if you're not a carrier, a transporter, or that's not your job to do that, the universe hasn't selected you to be someone to transport lost souls, then the way you would communicate with your guardian angel is simple. It is what it is. I need for you to do this, and this is the simplest thing. I need you to take a pot of water, fill it with salt, sit your feet in it, lay back, and listen to some nice calming music. You ask for that particular angel, deity that you want to speak to. Come to me, so and so blankety blank blank. Come to me, visualize me. You sit up and you let that water, and you literally sit in that water until you go to sleep. People typically make it lukewarm. Sometimes people lay in the bathtub filled with salt water, but that's getting really advanced and it's pretty pricey. But yeah, you put your feet in salt water, and you just sit up there in your living room, in your bedroom, somewhere comfortable, alone, and you just meditate. You're gonna fall asleep. No matter how good you at a meditation, with that one you're gonna fall asleep, and then the person you asking for is gonna appear to you in some form or fashion.
The last question is from The Simple Natural. Is this the correct time to heal a maternal relationship, or simply focus and work on revealing and healing myself?
Now I'm trying to see, when you say is it the right time to heal a maternal relationship, are you trying to be mother to a kid again, or are you just trying to, heal your mother? I don't have enough information. Oh, excuse me. I don't have enough information because I'm not really understanding the question. I don't know if you're saying, is the celestial time frame the time for you to work on healing yourself with your parent or your child, or are you trying to work on yourself? Right now, I would be saying, just so I can give you a tidbit on your question, I would say this is 2020, the year of vision, the year of us opening our eyes, both left and right, future and past. I think it's all about working on self. And once you get self together during the year 2020, you can heal any sibling rivalry, parental rivalry, however you go. You can heal all that stuff once you know you. And that's the whole key, get to know you and then start working on something else. So I don't know the context and the question to put it in properly for you, but that would be my advice to you. If you guys have any questions, once this video is uploaded, ask your question and I'll do another video, or I might just put another post up there stating, another Q&A. I would like to do one of these Q&As every month for you guys. No matter how many questions I'll talk into this camera until I answer them all under that particular thing. So we're gonna put another one up for the month of February. Ask the question. Guaranteed I'll make sure to get posted by the end of the month, and we can be banging, we can be good. All right, everybody, that was some quick brief on the Baron, telling you guys to trust in you and universe, because at the end of the day, you all you got. Please like, share, subscribe, share more than anything, because when you share these videos, you not only help me, but you help everybody in this community, and that's what we all about. Take care, God bless, much love.